This one strategy, which I'm going to share with you today, forever changed the way and how I actually read the markets and trade futures. Okay. I center the premise around this strategy surrounding supply and demand. Now, if you don't know anything about that concept, that is aggressive buying in areas of aggressive selling to where the market is making or trending in one particular direction, but is breaking structure either higher or breaking structure lower, leaving behind key areas of supply or demand. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to show you today is just a quick synopsis or breakdown of what I look for and how I actually execute this strategy. All right. So I always start off with the higher base chart. Now, if you're a new trader or beginner trader, someone that is just started off in your journey and trying to start and learn how to trade futures, this video may be very helpful, and I would highly recommend you watching it from right now to the end of it. All right. Because I'm going to be providing you with a strategy for anyone out there that does not have one, anyone that doesn't have a trading plan. You may want to make this part of your plan, okay? Now, eventually, okay? Now, I would recommend to anyone out there that is trading, please trade starting with the micro futures if you have not built or compounded an account yet. I know some of you are trading or trying to pass evaluations or challenges with these prop firms out here. But either way, start off with trading the micro futures, all right? So that way you can, compound, build an account, and then move on to trading bigger things. Now, all you need to do is really whatever charts you're trading on, whether it's time, tick, volume. For me, I'm using range charts. A lot of people who are part of the Discord community, and if you're interested in joining, the link is down in the description portion of the video. They trade or have converted over to trading range charts. And I'm serious when I say that, because when they start looking at the range charts, they start to clearly understand the reason and the purpose of why I trade them, because they are just cleaner to the eye. They're easier to read. They're easier to follow, especially surrounding supply and demand. Okay. The strategy, as you see here, all we're going to do is start with whatever higher frame chart that you use. For me, I'm using a higher range chart to start with. My 120 range. Maybe that is a 60-minute chart for you. The two are not comparable or comparable in any kind of way. Range versus time-based, they are calculated totally different, so they're not going to look the same. Now, what we need to do off of our higher chart is to depict which way is the market moving. That's all there is to when it comes to looking at a higher chart. If we are constantly making highs, higher lows, highs, higher lows, and moving in that same direction, okay, meaning breaking and taking out, this is a structure break above that high. This is a structure break above that high. This is a structure break above that high. That's what we want to see, because that's going to be the direction in which we need to trade, and that is going long. All right. You do not want to be going short. All right. When the market on a higher base chart is pushing you in direction to go long. Okay. So when I see this happening, my only choice, or my only way that I want to trade is going to be going to the upside. All right. Now, I talk about in videos about reversals, the market shifting. Please spend some time watching the video content, because you'll slowly start to learn, or maybe even a faster pace, what to look for when it comes to reversals in the market. All right. Typically, it's going to be that infamous head and shoulder pattern where you have a high, the last, basically, not say high, but the last, like the last time the market makes a push to the upside, and then it makes a higher low, and then it makes its final high. And then, so you have a shoulder, okay, right here, the head, and then when it makes not inverse, but what makes another shoulder coming down, making a lower high, and then making a new low. That's going to be the full-on sign of a reversal. So if the market made a lower high here and came down and broke this below this area structure, then I would say the market is shifted, looking out on a higher base chart. Now that we know that we're bullish to the upside, we're looking for pullbacks to key areas on the higher base chart. All right. Supply or demand. Demand when we are going to the upside, trending in supply setups when we are moving to the downside, trending. In this case here, we're trending to the upside, breaking structure to the upside. Now, I'm going to show you a nice setup that occurred. Actually, the setup occurred yesterday, but it took the market until today to come back to this demand zone. One thing you really want to point out and find and make sure when you're trading supply and demand is that you have what's called an imbalance or gap resting back at the actual zone. All right. Why is that important? Because there is a difference of high probability versus low probability. And where you have an imbalance or gap resting at the zone, that's going to mark it up to be high probability. If you don't understand that concept, simply go to the homepage, this channel, go to the magnifying tool, the search tool, and type in imbalance or gaps, and some videos will populate that you can watch where I go into more detail about the gap or the imbalance resting back at the zone. That's going to make it high probability, guys. All right. Now, so I'll mark up the zone right here. This was the last run the market made to the upside yesterday. All that aggressive buying, those are bullish candles. So I marked this up as a demand zone because that's aggressive buying is demand. So I mark it up, okay? I even go over videos about how to draw the supply and demand zones. You can do the same thing. Go to the homepage, type in how to draw supply and demand zones, and you'll get some video content that will populate. Now, what we're going to do is wait for the market to come back and retrace to the actual demand zone. Now, it didn't happen overnight. It took it until about 10 o'clock this morning, which we roughly had news around that time, for it to come back and tap the top end of the zone. We want the gap to be filled completely, okay, in the zone or at the zone before entering or looking for an opportunity to actually trade, okay? So what you want to see is that this is the bottom portion on this candle here, all right, where the gap lies at. So when the market came back, it didn't 100% fill in the gap back on this candle here, all right, on this in the zone. So it wasn't until let's see here, roughly pretty much about 12 o'clock is where it really hit it at, or filled that gap completely. So I'm going to show you, because now we have the zone marked up on a higher range chart, the lower range chart. So you want to be using top-down analysis and using a minimum of 2 charts, a higher range and a lower range, which is going to, that lower chart is going to get you into the trade. Because at this point, what we're going to do is now we have our higher range chart demand zone marked up. We want to identify a lower range demand zone, either on the inside of that higher range zone from the higher chart, or we want to identify where the market is making new structure breaks, meaning making new higher highs and higher lows to the upside, and look for a pullback to a key area of demand. Now we'll go down to the lower range chart. Let's go over to this time. Okay, as you can see here, this larger rectangle box is that higher range, 120 range demand zone. Okay, as I mentioned, the market tapped it here, but it didn't finish filling in the gap until around right here around 1220. So as you can see here, this was the area right here. The market retraced, taps it here. It does some rejection here. Okay, but this right here is more so the area down here where it actually taps into both a higher range, the higher range chart markup that we did on that demand zone, not supply, demand zone. But if you also notice on the inside of the higher range demand zone, there was also a low range, okay, chart demand zone, which is high probability right here, right here. This is it. So on the inside of the larger box, which is this demand zone from the higher range chart, there was a 24 range, lower range chart demand zone resting here. I like to call that multi-chart confluence, where a zone is resting on the inside of another zone, giving you what? Higher probability that there's going to be a rejection back, or that will happen at this zone. This is the higher range zone. This marked up the lower range zone right here. Both of these have imbalances or gaps resting back at the zone, making them high probability. Now, what are we looking for? We're looking for rejection at that point. That means we're looking for where the market rejects from this area of confluence. You can go in aggressive here at 920, 24,920, or if you want to wait be a little bit more conservative, where you get another candle close with more momentum, you can get in at 24,926. And we're going to aim for what? The gaps, these imbalances back to the upside to be filled to this key area of supply right there. All right. So if you got in here at 920, then you can take it all the way back up here to say 944, 943, somewhere in that area there, and pick yourself up a minimum of 20 points. Okay. Very simple. Stop loss is going to go in on the back end wherever the market rejected it. Okay. Give yourself a few points, breathing room. So right here at the back end at 914 or 915, I'm going to give myself 3 to 4 points breathing room. Why? Because the market loves to push up, ebbs and flow, and pull back to test where they know buyers probably enter the market at. Profit target again, we're going to be aiming for these imbalances gaps to be filled going back to the actual upside there. So by finding high probability confluence using two charts, a higher range and lower range, this has helped me minimize, the frustration in trying to determine good or which zones to actually trade from. Okay, because it just makes sense where I have a higher range zone than a lower range zone, multi-chart confluence there. Both setups are high probability with imbalances, a gap resting back at them. Why wouldn't the market show me some rejection there? Okay. And then you can also layer it up with more confluence as well. Like this right here was not right at a round number or half number. Sometimes you have where you have a nice setup, the market came down, it did exactly what it's supposed to do. You had the confluence there, and you get another layer of confluence, which could be like a half number, a round number in that general area. Okay. So that could be another reason why. But anyways, I just want to share that with you guys today to let you know that trading is really not as complex as it is. You can make it as simple as possible, right? But it wasn't until I came up and created this actual strategy and started noticing that, hey, this stuff really works. And I started back testing and forward testing, because that's what you want to do. You want to back test and forward test this strategy. Now, if you're interested in receiving more insight, detailed information to where I really break down the trade setups that I actually take, the trades that I post over on our Discord, I break them down for our elite and our ultra elite supporters so that they can grasp the full understanding. I walk them through every trade breakdown that, in trades that I take, and break it down so that you understand market structure, price action, my complete thought process behind each trade I took, because I walk you through it in a video content, and there's lots and lots of video content there that's made available in a private community for all the elite and the ultra elite supporters. And thank you guys for our support in the channel who do, because I already know you guys have been sending me DMs, you've been posting in the testimonial section, some of you, and a lot of you are passing your evaluation and challenges. Some of you are, transitioning on to or moved on to, setting up your own personal brokerage account and trading that way. Either way, you're showing that you can become profitable and that things are actually working and the strategy is working for you. And I'm glad that it actually is. But if you're interested in becoming an elite or an ultra elite supporter, let me know what you receive right now. In becoming an elite supporter of the channel, you receive all my trade breakdown videos, the video playlist, and a great video surrounding market structure. Now, if you want to take it one step up and to become an ultra elite, you receive everything I just discussed, okay, all those perks and rewards, plus my live recorded trading sessions just as well, okay? Now, the link is down in the description portion of the video. It's titled Ultra Elite Supporter. Once you click on that, give it a couple seconds, a few tiers will pop up. You can hover over them, click on them, and you will see the price, which is very inexpensive. And you'll see both the perks and rewards for each tier or each level. All right. So the choice is yours if you want to become an elite or an ultra elite supporter. Now, if you have not taken the time through the video to subscribe to the channel, please make sure that by dropping a sub, sorry guys, by subbing to the channel by clicking the subscribe button, and make sure you turn your post notifications on by clicking the bell next to it as soon as you do. Now, what I want to say is about dropping, please make sure to drop me a like or a thumbs up on the video if you found interest in today's video, you found it to be valuable, you found it and said, hey, I'm going to give this a try. It does seem like it possibly could work. It works, guys. You just have to be selective with the setups that you actually take, and make sure that they're high probability ones that have lots of confluence, coupled with them. Okay, that's all I have, guys. Appreciate you taking the time to watch today's video. Take care. See everyone in the next one.